There's the sheep. Go over here and look at where we've been thinning. Right, there's all the cedar in the middle. Just some white balance. Go over and look at the cedars by the road. So the area in the center needs to be thinned a little bit still. There's some cedar down below. Right now we're at a height of 195 feet. Crossing over the cedars into the mostly Doug fir. A little bit to thin of Doug fir here. And then you can see the cedar out here where I've thinned it. It's got a lot more white in the snow. A lot of logs to pick up still, I can't really see underneath the snow and branches, but a lot of firewood. Here you can pretty clearly see where the cedar are, right below. Alright, we'll turn towards the south. Follow the road a little bit. There's an overview of what we're going to be looking at. There's John's sheep barn. Look down again here at the trees. Alright. This area is pretty well thinned. I'm at 220 feet. I'm going to come down here. We'll go down to 150. That's 140, 135, 110 feet. Let's see how tall this tree is here. Straight ahead. Just some white balance. Let's see, that's a little above horizon. That's straight at the horizon. So that tree there, about 60 feet tall, looks like. So those were planted in 2002. Well, all these were. Fix that white balance again. Lots of little piles of wood down there. Each little pile is probably half cord to a cord. Alright, we'll fly along here and about 100 feet. Go look at the noble firs. Just that white balance. Oops, too dark. Some maples down below mixed in with the cedar and noble fir. Of course, the noble fir are the lighter colored ones, cedar are the greener ones. And then this is the area where you can't even see them, but there's a black locust planted in there. Slower here so it doesn't make us dizzy. Doug fir doesn't look quite so healthy, does it? So this Doug fir here looks like it's about 122 feet tall, measuring it with the drone. Go up a little above it. Look down. Right now we're at 140 feet, so about 20 feet above it. There's our little road down below. With the area right below all those little stick trees or Oregon ash. So the center of the field is all Oregon ash there. Can't even see the branches on them. It just looks like a patch of snow. Look up, we're going to look towards the east. Got our little road there. I'm going to put a trail cam back up there pretty soon. See what kind of critters we got crossing it. There's some cottonwood in the center with the kind of dark branches. Just that weight balance. They're pretty tall. We're at 150 feet right now. 140 feet. Some Doug fir growing out there. Turn back around and look at the house. There we go. See if we can see the antenna or not. There it is, just barely visible next to the house. The neighbor's cows out there. Try and get my smooth it out here a little slower. Bunch of ash trees. Soon to be dead once the emerald ash borer from Asia kills them all in the near future, unfortunately. I say it'll be the greatest devastation to forests in North America ever. Already found in Oregon. I'm gonna go up here. We're at 140 feet, going up. Legally, we can go up to, being those trees are about 120 feet, we could go up to 520 feet, and that would still be legal. Can't go more than 400 feet above the highest objects with a drone license, as long as you stay within 400-foot radius of it. We'll look down and see what we got going right below us. So that's the little side trail that comes from like the chicken shed. There's a tree right across the trail. That tree is pointing towards the spot where we chased the bull last year, or maybe the year before. And then it goes through these trees and it comes out. There's a little, of course you can't see it, but an apple tree right below there. Usually the bear climbs the apple tree once a year and eats the apples. Follow a little road out here. The dead trees to the left are the grand fir that are all dying. And then here's some maples right coming into view underneath us. And some Doug fir center left. And then cedar is all directly below us where I've been thinning the branches. Alright, I'm at 200 feet and it says I have a weak signal, so I'm going to climb a little bit to get a better video transmission. Alright, we're at 250 feet. Follow the road. This is where it does a dog leg, and then there's some Doug fir, cottonwood coming center of the view. And then on the other side of the cottonwood, right below us, is a small patch of cedar. I just thinned those and pruned them. And then we've got, well, you can't really make it out in a picture, but directly below us here is and it's gonna, I can't go any lower due to weak signal, but right in the center there's a snag that I created. And then we'll make the turn. Let's just take a quick look up at the neighbors while we're here. There we go. Two of the neighbors' houses. Bunch of ash trees, mostly in the middle there. And we'll come over and take a look at another stand of Doug fir. If we follow the road a little further, there's right below us there's a nice little dense stand of Doug fir that we planted. Let's look up a little higher. There we go. I was pruning some of those the other day. That one won't take too long to prune. And then if we follow the road along a little further, now we're heading south, and then there's a little stand of Doug fir coming into, or a cedar coming into view. I need to prune those, and then there's a dead or a down tree you can see laying horizontally. That's an Oregon ash. That's one of the reasons I got the chainsaw mill, is to mill that up. All right, now we're turning to face west along the property line, so the left side of the screen is all John's, the right side is all ours. And I'll look up so you can see. There you go. So now we're looking towards Tucker Road. We got John's Barn center, our house left of, or right of center. You can hear Mom coming down the driveway. I'm going to go and look at our noble fir here. Noble fir and cedar mixed together following the property line. Right now we're at 308 feet. Hello. There's our noble fir that needs to be thinned. Look straight down at that for a minute. So you can see all the cedar, noble fir. Most of the snow's melted out, so that's not making a huge difference in view.
Oh, you're working on your drones?
Yep. Now we're going to follow the property line back. So this flight, so far we've used 50, or we still have 57% of the battery left. I'm just kind of narrating a video. Alright, and here we'll come back. And then looking straight down, you can see a few stripes in the snow. That's where I'm going to plant some trees this winter. There's the chicken shed. We'll take a look, bother the chickens for a second. We're at 130 feet, 110 feet, 90 feet, 70 feet, 50 feet, 48. So you can see the, whoop, looking the wrong way. Let's look down again. See the, getting kind of jumpy here. Let's see. You can see the opening we need to finish cutting here. We're going to install the chicken door. We're at 30 feet, 32, 30. There's the hole for the chicken door. Where you can see the shadow of the drone there. It didn't get finished because Tom didn't think about the nails and hit with the chainsaw, but I got it all sharpened up again. Alright, and then we got right here we've got a walnut tree, and then these trees are all the white oak, and then behind them there's alternating rows of white oak and blue elderberry, part of the wildlife grant to feed the band-tailed pigeons. Someday I'm going to put a wire up in this tree and run a wire from here down to the antenna tower and then to the house, and then I can run an 80-meter antenna going north-south, which will make it better to communicate on 80 meters with the East Coast. So hopefully we can get in communication that way. And then of course, coming back towards the house here, there's the tower. Let's look down in the tower and see if there's anything to inspect there. Alright, we're at 120 feet, 124, 115, 100, 104, 90, 87. Looks really close on the screen, but the tower is a 52-foot tower plus the antenna, so 60 feet or so. So we are getting kind of close. Let's look up sideways a little bit. There we go. The hex beam antenna. Starting to be able to see the wires there against the house. This is a Phantom 4 drone. It's 8 years old. I bought it from our pilot Ben Mahoney. He wanted a new headset, and it was about the same price as selling a drone, and he wasn't using it, so we made a deal. Let's see the greenhouse in the back. Let's come over here and take one last look. We do have an antenna up in this tree. VHF antenna. Buried in the branches. I don't know if we can see it or not. But it should be up about 100 feet or so. I've got it strapped to a metal pole that's bolted to the tree. Someday I'd like to put it up higher above the tree, but we're within 22 feet of the tree, and the drone's not going to let me go any closer. It doesn't want to crash. It's got forward-looking radar of some sort. But somewhere right in the branches there is a antenna. Yeah, won't let me go any closer. Oh, maybe it will. Let's see. 20 feet away. Nope, it's beeping at me. It doesn't like going close. If we see it, it'll just be a glint of light from that metal antenna. It's a Arrow J-pole antenna, solid aluminum. Oh, I might be able to catch a glimpse of it. It's right in the center, on the left side of the trunk. Yep, I can just barely see a vertical line on the left side of the trunk, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get a good view of it. Maybe a little bit right there on the left side of the trunk. Well, if we look down below us, there's another wire antenna that I don't think will show up. And that's the Cobra Senior folded dipole that's used on 80 meters right now. But and that's about it. I think we'll fly back and
I have to go get some chicken food.
that tree right in the center. There's a birch tree. Let's see, here goes this Prius. Let's look straight below me, make sure I'm not going to go into a tree. Yep, there's an oak tree right there. It definitely helps to know where everything is. Get an action shot. Chicken food journey. And there we go. Alright, we're at 200 feet. Let's see how the traffic looks out on Highway 12.
Low battery warning.
Low battery, we're at 30%. So I guess we should probably think about coming back. Alright, here we go. I'm going to put it in sport mode, and that'll make it blurry. Here we go. see where we're